Every year, around 70% of all collisions across collections are as a result of slow speed manoeuvres. These include reversing into stationary objects, knocking down overhead cables, and in the worst cases, injuring vulnerable road users. Most of these incidents can be avoided by following some basic safe practices when carrying out your daily tasks, like ensuring that your mirrors and cameras are set correctly at the start of your shift and keeping them clean throughout the day. Think about how you're going to get out of the collection point before you drive in. Whenever you stop, ensure that you adhere to any restrictions in place. Where you have to deviate from this to gain access, make sure it's done safely and consider other road users. Before leaving the vehicle, make sure that the handbrake is applied and that the vehicle is secure. If ident or any other system is fitted, then use it. Look for any obstacles that may pose a hazard, causing a damage or injury to people or property. Look at all the hazards before considering the manoeuvre. Check all around, above and below for anything that may cause problems. Remember to check for signs of people in or around the bins and follow the correct process if there are any. Don't reverse unless it's absolutely necessary. Is it safer or is it easier to bring the bin to the vehicle? If you don't know, don't go. If the bin is too heavy, damaged, or there are obstacles such as cobbled streets and potholes, you may decide to reverse your vehicle to the bin, and you should also report these issues to your manager. Check and choose the safest parking location and reversing route. Use a Biffa trained reversing assistant if available. Seek eye contact with those around you when manoeuvring, pedestrians, cyclists or sight workers.
Stand well clear. Vehicle reversing. Stand well clear. Vehicle reversing. Stand well clear.
Reverse slowly using all of the equipment available. Mirrors, cameras, monitors, beacons, warning devices, but don't rely on them. And reverse only as far as you need to before you stop and check behind. If there's any doubt, get out and look. In 1 year, Biffa paid out over £1.5 million in insurance claims. A lot of these were slow speed impact claims. Take a minute to think, is it quicker and easier to bring the container to the vehicle rather than waste time shunting backwards and forwards and risking damage to your vehicle or others just to pinch an inch? Remember, if any doubts, get out and look. Manoeuvring in restricted areas is sometimes unavoidable. Where this is the case, we can take measures to reduce the risk, and these include: remember to set your mirrors correctly and clean them throughout the day. When working in a restricted area at slow speed, consider switching off the rear steer if possible. This will avoid the potential for the back end to swing out when steering. Only travel at walking pace. This allows you to maintain all-round observation. Continually monitor the area you are manoeuvring in. Don't forget the front and sides of your vehicle. Don't cut closer to objects than is absolutely necessary. Use a Biffa trained reversing assistant where possible. And remember, eye contact with pedestrians, cyclists, sight workers and anyone else around while you're manoeuvring. And if there's any doubt, get out and look. Not all of our business is about emptying bins. We also collect and deliver materials in packages and tanks. The vehicles may be different, but the risks remain the same when carrying out slow speed manoeuvres. In this case, the driver pulls into the yard and stops to check the bay he needs to reverse into. Does he need to do a blind side reverse? There's enough room to turn around and do a normal reverse, so he drives around and lines up. You need to think about how you're going to complete the manoeuvre before you start it. It's always better to reverse in a straight line and avoid blind side reversing wherever possible.
Stand well clear. Vehicle reversing. Stand well clear. Vehicle reversing. Stand.
Speak to someone on site if you're unsure. Don't reverse unless it's absolutely necessary, and use a Biffa trained reversing assistant wherever possible. Look at all the hazards before considering the manoeuvre. Check all around, above and below for signs of hazards. Continually monitor the area you're manoeuvring in, and don't forget to maintain eye contact with pedestrians, cyclists, site workers and anyone else around while you're manoeuvring. If there's any doubt, get out and look.
Stand well